welcome. Happy good morning. It is Monday, it's the first day of the work week, and we are here to talk about, you already know, we're here to talk about 90 Day Fiance. Last night was very interesting, the whole setup of the episode. They went back to Shaeeda and Bilal. And the one thing that I do like about Shaeeda, I think that Shaeeda checks Bilal on his bullshit. Because he's like, oh, you should be appreciative. You came here. Like, I'm giving you this whole, a whole new world. But she had a good word in Trinidad. Like, don't, like, yes, Trinidad have crime. Yes, it could be rough and tough. But it is a whole damn island. You take her to Kansas City, cold. What's in Kansas? Not Dorothy? That's the only thing I think of when I think of Kansas City is a Wizard of Oz. So, Bilal, what are you giving her? And he over here wearing his Be Grateful t-shirt because she was unappreciative of the house, the rundown house that you made her sleep at for one night. Then he took her to the real house, and she was so relieved because she was like, "This is not my, this, like I don't want to live like this." So when she do see the new house, the girl go down on she knees to thank Allah. Okay, I'm like, yes, girl, because but she was like, we do need to have a conversation about um, you pranking me or whatever. And it's just gonna be a whole mess because in the next episode, his mother and sister and them come over and he asks and the sister asks, well, so how did you like it at the other house? And Bilal just shaking his head like a box. And she there like, well, it was not up to par. So we're gonna see how that dinner go and how his family gonna take it. But what, like, if you pranking me, and she made a good point. She's like, if you're pranking me, how could I trust anything that you said? Because I leave my whole life behind. Everything come here to you because I'm trusting you, and this what you do. That making me look at you differently. Cause clearly you gonna lie. Blah. The way how he talking, he just would allow things that he's God's gift to women, and he has his own insecurities that he needs to work out before projecting them onto Shaeeda. So they need to do either couples therapy, he needs to do individuals therapy because he probably ain't get over his divorce, and that's why he think that people want him because of his money. Simple. But we're gonna see how this goes. But what I did like is when Shaeeda called her mother and was telling the mother about the situation, the mother started laughing and said, well, that's America for you, because she was like, how, that he probably came down there and portrayed a different person. But the mother was level headed and was like, give him a chance and let him prove you wrong. And she said, don't rush the brush. Don't rush the brush. Everything takes time, and she's right. In time, you will see who he is and what type of man he's gonna be. So you know what? Don't rush the brush. In the words of Sandra, Shaeeda mother say, don't rush the brush. So let's go on to Emily and Colby. Colby finally just landed, and she wants to take Colby so they can have a romantic evening. He was very against it because he went to see their son Colby, and he hasn't seen it in like going on 2 years. So she was just like, well, we're about to be there. It's not gonna be like, no sexy time. Let's do it. So he only did it because she was sad, but he was like that he felt that she was very selfish. Which I don't see that being selfish because he doesn't know how it is to take care of a child 24/7. That child gonna be up under you, going crazy, running up and down, and they suddenly look like he have energy for days. So we in a whole mess. So then we're gonna see how that goes when he has to meet the son and then get acclimated to being a father. You haven't been there. You didn't rise in life to progression. You're being thrown into a situation with a whole family, with her family as well. I think he going into it blind. She's not. Miona and Jabri mother, that mama gonna give Miona a run for her money and your brain's already like rolling his eye, having a tantrum in your parents' house. You live with your parents, you sanction for that, you're trying to get yourself in order. You want to take a woman in your parents' house. This is what you have to go and abide by. When I lived with my mother, I had to abide under her rules. Not I have everything in my name. We abide by each other's rules. When you live with your parents, you have to do what they say and organize and that. Me and her like, well, we can't do this for long because she is already not liking it. On the first night, the mother was asking questions. But then I'm like, okay, well, it kind of makes sense. Because remember how sometimes she have her makeup, she be looking all goldeny. Is she using bronzer, self-tanner, or what she do? Is she contouring to look very dark in the face when she very light? Because she's a makeup artist. Maybe that's why she be looking all golden. I don't know. But I want to know. Then they oh, Muhammad and Yvette. Muhammad landed and Yvette brought Muhammad a ring. But I can't get over Muhammad's accent. The way how he talk, and then he said I had to own that the woman for him was gonna treat him like his mother and do everything for him. That's a red flag. I hope Yvette know that that's a red flag because he's way younger and he gonna want her to take care of him. But she let you do it. So to each their own. And then we ended with Ariel and Bingham. Bingham waited to the last minute to tell his sisters that he was going to America, that he got his passport, he gonna find out his woman, he gonna follow this yellow brick road because he wanna be with his son. His sister did not take it lightly. She threw a whole drink in Ariel's face, and Ariel said, "This is the reason why we can never, we can't have a relationship." But she also be talking smack. Talking about how that I'm glad to be leaving so I don't have to talk to y'all again. But that's why the drink get thrown in your face. You can't be saying stuff like that to people and think that there's no consequence to them. Poor Benny and him, but Benny knew that they was gonna be upset. But he should have told them way before the day before leaving, and that's the problem. 90 Day Fiance, y'all. The recap is real mess.